today, but let's come back to that £245,000, bringing to the conversation Chris Daw, who is a KC, criminal barrister at Lincoln House Chambers, and wrote the book Justice on Trial, Why the System is Broken and How We Can Fix It. And a question about the system, legal aid such as this then, it's not means tested, Mr. Daw. Good morning.
No, good morning. It's not even technically legal aid. It's just a government handout to a multi-millionaire. It's as simple as that. He's earned, as I understand it, £5 million or more since he left office, and has the sheer barefaced gall to claim £250,000 of taxpayers' money rather than pay his own legal fees.
And I know this is a negative, but there's no parliamentary committee, there's no body that...
No oversight. There's no oversight whatsoever. This is a discretionary sum effectively paid out by the civil service in order to protect the Prime Minister. And just by way of context, if any of your listeners are fortunate enough to have a household income of about £40,000 or more, and you are charged with a crime, whether it's rape, murder or anything else, you will get zero legal aid. Because legal aid has been completely abolished for any household that has over £40,000 income, even for someone charged with a serious crime. And yet a multi-millionaire like Boris Johnson can claim £250,000 to defend himself against something that isn't even technically a crime. I mean, the utter hypocrisy and waste of public money is beyond my imagination.
I'm picking up on your candour on this. Just lastly, I wonder again how my listeners will reflect on the fact that Dominic Raab, the former Deputy Prime Minister, paid all his own legal fees during inquiries into allegations that were subsequently found in some cases of bullying. He did pay, Mr. Johnson doesn't.
I mean, it's extraordinary. Boris Johnson, of course, whilst he was Prime Minister, was also sort of touting around to get £800,000 to prop up his lifestyle from wealthy individuals. The level of financial corruption involved in the Boris Johnson administration is really unprecedented in modern times.
Chris Daw, thank you. Battling with a bit of a bad line, but you've got your points, Chris. You're a KC, criminal barrister at Lincoln House Chambers. £245,000. I tell you again, Dominic Raab, who probably doesn't emerge with much credit from that story, does he? But at least he wrote his own cheque. Meanwhile, you and I are paying for the former Prime Minister's lawyers? How can that possibly be right?